I told you about visiting Singapore. The date has been finalized. It's 25th August. It's a Sunday. Those desirous of meeting me in Singapore can drop a message to the WhatsApp number given below or contact my team by an email. My team would reach out to you and we will assure you of our best services. For English and Hindi, there will be a separate meeting. See you in Singapore.
Hey guys, welcome back to Be Rich. Before we get into the video, I wanted to bring to your notice that my uncles Vinod Srinivasan, Anand Srinivasan and I have rolled out our Substack, which is basically a blog/newsletter where we're going to post our original research onto it, and we've analyzed macroeconomic trends. And a lot of you know my uncle Anand Srinivasan and I regularly write for The Hindu, and these articles are also going to be made available for you in the Substack. The link is moatinvesting.substack.com. You'll find it in the description and in the video right now. We hope you go check it out. We've put a lot of time and effort into it. And please give us comments and feedback on what you read. Thank you.
Global companies are not looked upon favorably right now.
So there's another angle to this, an interesting angle. People like Warren Buffett have been borrowing yen in cheap and been taking that money and buying abroad because the yen has been depreciating for quite a while. So you could borrow for cheap over there and then pay it back with dollars when your dollar is worth more. But today it's reversing because the Bank of Japan has basically bought, like we discussed that day, has started buying blocks of yen with US dollars.
Correct.
And that has meant that they're squeezing these carry trades, like people who perform this carry trade arbitrage. And they're now, like, vast amounts of money is now flowing back where people are exchanging their investments in dollars for the yen.
Yes.
So maybe in some way the Bank of Japan sort of has achieved what it wanted to achieve by padding out the yen a little bit.
Yeah, but I do feel Bank of Japan might have done it a little too much, because you want to, when you're simmering something on the stove, you want to maintain the temperature. You don't want a variation too much. Say, if the yen starts now moving this way and that way, a little too much in terms of percentage points, investors will be put off and they rather wait it out, which is not what Bank of Japan would want. Bank of Japan would want forward movement of investors flocking to Japan. I don't think, and the companies, Japanese companies also, would not want a pause in it, or, the other thing of saying, okay, let's just, get our positions out and see what happens and then wait and watch. So in that terms, I think, yes, the Bank of Japan is buying up yen everywhere in the world, soaking it up and giving them dollars in return, trying to defend its currency, as they say.
And successfully so. I mean, since 10th of July, they've gone up, the yen has gone up by 5.7%.
Agreed. But I don't know if it is the right move for Japan as now, because they just started their U-turn and things are starting to look up, because it can go flip to the other side, which is far worse. What it was 2 years ago. I don't think they'll want to go there. And they do have a problem which we discussed in other videos, the demography problem, the population problem, the homogeneous society problem, societal problems are all still plaguing Japan. It's not like these problems have been fixed. And having a strong or a weak yen is not going to fix these problems.
So, go on.
So this is what I feel as far as Japan is concerned. And even the Japanese semiconductor companies seem to be struggling in this moment.
Exactly. So it's not just Wall Street. Anything to do with the AI story anywhere in the world, they're taking a big beating with the Japanese semiconductor company called Renesas. Sorry for mispronouncing it. It's dropped by 17%. I mean, that's
huge.
Yeah, in one day.
Yeah, huge.
I mean, that's crazy.
No, that's because that's the other side, flip of it. Forget all this geopolitical and everything what we spoke about. The other flip of it is, we were sold this story when ChatGPT exploded into the scene, that within a year, all of us will be requiring nothing but just AI. AI will take over our world to such an extent, droves of people will lose their jobs. AI will be doing this, AI will be doing that. Hollywood actors will become irrelevant. And, end of the day, everything will become AI. And that promise did not come to fruition.
We jumped the gun.
Yes. So those revenue models which were seen are not there. And another thing was, investors did not know which company will win out in the AI, so they place their bets on everything. It's like a roulette table where you have multiple boxes, and as an investor, like, okay, put $1, $1. It was literally like that when it came to AI stocks. Now some time has gone by, and now they're thinking, okay, this is not making sense. because now going where it's supposed to go, and now I think they're probably having second thoughts about it and pulling the carpet under these companies.
Right. And when I laugh, it's not because I'm taking joy in this, it's because I'm surprised and shocked to see that a chip making company has fallen by as much as 17%. This is not even an AI company, it's not a tech company. This is a company which has factories, it's a company which has workers working for it in
It actually makes something.
Yeah,
they're selling it.
Yeah, it's on a manufacturing level. It has a reasonable book value, and this company has fallen by 17%. I mean,
they're earning.
That's just mind-boggling.
Yeah, but this is a big difference between the dot-com bubble and this bubble. In the dot-com bubble, anybody without any kind of a customer, factory, nothing, everyone is going to IPO, just creating a .com registered company domain and release yourself into a .com IPO, claiming all kinds of crazy ideas, and investors are flocking to it. In this case, it's different because all these companies are companies which have been there for a very long time. It's not like AI, like .com, created overnight thousands of companies.
Yeah, Nvidia has been there for a while now.
Yeah, all these chip companies have been there for a very long time. They've been here since donkey's years.
Yes.
And investors, for some reason, push these prices up because of liquidity, because of not wanting to miss the bus, FOMO, whatever you want to call it. Now there seems to be a knee-jerk reaction in the market, and it seems to have flipped a switch somewhere. I do not know this correction, how long it's going to go on for, and how deep it will go. Maybe it will be a dead cat bounce and it will bounce up again before it corrects again. I don't know. What do you think will happen as far as this correction cycle is concerned?
As for future predictions, this is unreliable, of course, but
absolutely unreliable. We're just having fun here.
Yeah, but an educated guess, or maybe an uneducated guess in our case, may be that if Powell does not cut interest rates in the way it is expected to be cut, if Donald Trump is swept back into power, and if Donald Trump goes ahead with his anti-tech policies, because as much as Elon Musk has been trying to curry a favor with Donald Trump does not seem to be having any of it.
No.
And I mean, Elon Musk has tried. So I don't know how friendly Trump is going to be with tech. And I for sure know that the Democrats are not pro-tech because they have had many problems with Donald Trump and Republicans being promoted on Facebook for quite a while and influences in the elections before. So I doubt either party is so lenient and willing to give big tech a break. And as for interest rates, it seems to be not going towards 0% anytime soon. So 0% was when companies like Nvidia came to fruition to where they are today. So I don't think we're going back to those kind of times. Maybe we're going to hover around 2 to 3%. And if we do hover around there, that means money has a real cost. And if money has a real cost, you can't really have companies which have inflated future earnings maybe 6-7 years ahead and trying to discount it back to today because there's no discount rate, so to speak. But there is a discount rate, which means that you can't do that. Which is why I don't know whether this is the turning point, but I do think that at some point, the prices will have to come back to reality, or at least from the ozone layer, come back to at least to a level where you can see it with your eyes.
And the funny thing is, it's very hard right now with the way the market has been doing slingshot to know where the real ground should be.
Yeah.
Where the actual value of these companies are. So as an investor, I would actually wait it out. Since we are long-term investors, we look for value for long-term. The price to earnings of any of these companies, still even after 17% correction, is not anywhere near where it needs to be.
Nvidia is trading at 66.8 times earnings. Yeah.
So it needs to cut literally by half for us to even
think about it.
Yeah. Or its earnings has to go up by double.
Yeah.
And the price remain the same for us to consider this. So taking that into account, I would say it's better to watch this with popcorn and enjoy it. If you like horror movies, I guess. If you like slasher movies, you're going to see some real bloodbath in the market. And I would strongly suggest not to participate in it in full hog unless you know what you're doing. Personally, you know what you're doing more than just having a registered advisor telling you, but you really know your own risk assessment.
Yeah.
Or you know how much of it you can really tank. Even Nassim Taleb, for all his greatness, has said umpteen number of times when he was betting in the market for the market to crash and it wasn't crashing for the longest of time, how it really plagued him. Because people are calling him all kinds of names and it took years for the market to show the black swan event. but he had to bide his time and wait. And he says that is the hardest thing to do when you know what your right move and you know with conviction and you know, but the market is completely the other side of the coin. Yeah. And everyone is having a good laugh at you, calling you a fool. Warren Buffett has gone through it, but Warren Buffett could care less about it. But, Nassim Taleb also was affected by it. So,
my sympathies lie with those in the US who bought into this crazy trend and started buying up companies like Nvidia a month ago. At least those who bought it maybe 6 months ago have made their money and they're fine. But those who got into it very recently, I feel terrible for them, because this always happens where if you're stuck with the ball at the end of when the music plays, you have a terrible time. So I hope that...
yeah, but do realize these companies are sound companies. Yeah. It's not like crypto here. It is not some fake thing being thrown up in the air and we are just chasing it and we're all saying doom and gloom. These are very valuable companies if the price is correct. Yeah, they actually have people working, like Sashwath says. There are factories there. They make products. They sell. They have customers.
Nvidia makes great.
There are revenue streams for these companies, and they've been there for a very long time. So it's just that the market is overpricing them, is what is happening right now.
And it's important to remember that before AI, there was crypto, which Nvidia saw a huge gain from, and before crypto, gamers used to use Nvidia. And I myself play quite a few video games, and I am well aware of Nvidia's dominance in PC building.
Correct. And though NVIDIA is sold as GPU, which is graphics processor unit, its processor is more than just a graphics chip, which is also another thing investors should, especially new investors should understand. You should research about what NVIDIA chips are before you decide to buy NVIDIA stock, so you know what you're doing.
Yeah. So thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Please hit the bell icon, because if you hit the bell icon, you'll get a notification for when we upload our latest videos. And finally, if you have any comments, please leave it in the comment section below. We do make it a point to read your comments. Thank you again for joining us on Be Rich.
Thank you.
It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.